Happy Monday, Chicky Nuggies. I've made this video like 70 times. I keep making mistakes, but you know what? Growth mindset. Good news, Jamal has left, or they can't find him, so I don't have to have surgery. Yay, I get to be here with you guys, and we have a really fun week planned. So I want to back up just to like a 4th grade skill to refresh you about in case you forgot about this one. Do you remember how when you have an amount more than 1, you can name it as a mixed number or as an improper fraction? So when I look at these little slices, first of all, I need to find out how big are those pieces. And I know there's 6 because it takes 6 of them to make a whole. Now, if this was a cookbook, this model would show me 3 whole pieces. There's 1, 2, 3, and then some leftovers. So I have 3 wholes and 5, 6 left over. That's what's called a mixed number. It's a mix between a whole number and a fraction, right? But when we start getting into these fancy operations, we are going to need to convert our mixed numbers into improper fractions. So I know I have 6, 6 in each of those wholes, and then I have 5, 6 left over. So in total, I would have 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 5 more, 23 6. Now, improper fractions do not really live out in the real world because they're weird. We don't really see them, but we use them to do fraction operations. So like in a cookbook, it would never say 23 6. And then there's a little shortcut that teachers sometimes teach called the Texas method. And it's just a way to help you remember how to convert a mixed number into an improper fraction. You start with your denominator, you multiply it by how many wholes you have, and then you add the extra pieces. And remember that the 6 stay because we have not changed the size of the piece. Okay, now I'm going to go to my next video. You'll see how I kind of messed my life up there. Forget about that. Okay, so now here we go into why are we remembering this? Because we're going to start multiplying and dividing with mixed numbers this week, meaning amounts more than 1 that have a whole number and a fraction left over. And step 1 is you are going to take that mixed number and turn it into an improper fraction. So see how I have 2 and a 4th? I'm going to turn that into 9/4. And then as I start to multiply my 2 9ths, I can see an opportunity for somebody to help me out. Do you remember who it was? I kind of think it might not have worked. Where is he? He's not. What? Oh, there he is. It's working. Got lots of problems today. And so we are going to do some hash slinging slasher. Because we are multiplying, we can do that. Look at the top and the bottom. I can divide them both by 9. And I can divide the top and bottom both by 2. And once I have it simplified, I just multiply across, and that is equal to a half. Let's look at one more example just like that, but with division. I've got 3 and a 3rd. Anytime you have a mixed number, whether it's the first number or the second, you're going to convert it into an improper fraction. That's the same as 10/3. Now I'm going to copy, change, and flip. Do you remember how to flip 5 upside down? I do. 5 over 1, and then when he flips, he's going to turn into a 5th. Now that I'm in multiplication mode, I get to utilize my hash slinging slasher. I can divide the top by 5 and the bottom by 5. And unfortunately, that's all I can do. I multiply across, and I'm going to end up proving that 3 and a 3rd divided into 5 equal groups is 2/3. But let's just show you that so you know that this math is worth checking out, right, with a model. If I have 3 wholes shaded and 1/3 left over, what would happen if I divided that into 5 equal groups? How much would I have in each group? There's 1 group, there's 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, and 5 groups. And as you can see, each of those groups, it looks a little weird, has 2 of those thirds in it. So we have just proved that our mixed number, improper fraction, copy, change, flip, and everything checks out. What? That's kind of fun, huh? We've got an escape room this week. We've got lots of activities that I think you're going to be into. So I'm expecting us to have a really fun week with a little bit new learning, but it piggybacks on last week's stuff.